Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to AJ's DIY project. Today we're going to be working on a 2013 Hyundai ELANTRA. Basically, I just have to change the signal bulb. So we're going to go ahead and get started. One of the tough parts about this particular car is you can't just change it. Like you cannot just open this up and take out the bulb. You physically have to take out the whole light fixture in order to make sure it's done correctly. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right, guys, one of the first things we have to do in order to get this whole light fixture out is you have to take this 12mm bolt out right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that 12mm bolt out. All right, when I finish this 12mm bolt, I'm going to come down here and take these two 10mm bolts out. All right, that's the first step in this process. I'll be right back with you. That's it finished. Okay, so we just finished taking out this 12mm and these two 10mm. Now, another thing that's extremely important. Technically, this could probably come out right now, but I don't want to scrape the side of the bumper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this screw, and this screw. And when I remove that, that's going to give me enough play to be able to take this out. So let me see if I can do this in front of you real fast. Okay, so one thing I've learned about these things could be a little pain in the butt. So you gotta kind of like take a flathead and try to get underneath it. But of course it's giving me trouble, so I'll be right back with you guys. Okay. Sometimes you gotta use whatever tools you got. Right now I got a little knife here that's gonna help me. Just to be able to pop this underneath and then take the screw and turn it. All right, then you should be able to get this bad boy out, like that. Okay, if it gives you problems, just work with it until it comes out. It pops out just like that. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing for this one and this one, and I'll be right back with you guys. We actually have a little baby screw right here that has to come out, guys. So don't forget about that one, all right? And the customer who I'm doing this for made a valid point. They asked me, well, you took out these 3 screws. Why did you not take out this screw and this screw? The reason is because you just need a little bit of play. You don't need a lot. This particular headlight only comes to about here. So you just need enough to give a little play to get it out, okay? Now, while we're recording, we're going to see if we can try to do this. Let me see if you could just take this with your hand, hold it right here at the same time, just maybe hold that back, try not to break it, and let's see how this works. Let me see how this works. Okay, easy does it. Easy does it. And I know what you guys are thinking already. You guys are thinking, hey, you have to disconnect this. Yes, I will get to that once I'm able to get this out. Okay, easy does it. Maybe a little bit more pressure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, just keep wiggling, keep moving it around until you're able to pull it out. Okay, now basically you can let that part go. Now as you can see, it's already out now. The bulk of the work is done, guys, but don't forget, before you go pulling this thing out, okay, don't forget that it's connected here. Okay, this could be an expensive lesson if you don't learn this lesson. Disconnect this right here. If you don't disconnect this, you're gonna have some issues. All right, very simple. It comes off, and here's the piece right here. All right, from this point we're simply going to turn it over. All right, and this part right here is where the bulb goes. All right, so we actually have the bulb right here, and this bulb, I want to give you guys the actual number, which is 2357A. The most important part is 2357. As long as you know that, you're good. All right, this is what you're actually changing. This is just going to go back inside. This came with it. It was already there. The old one was attached. This is the new one. You know it's good because I don't know if you guys can see this, but you don't see any dark spots in the inside. Where that little coil is, those two coils, you don't see no dark spots. If you don't see no dark spots, then you know it's good. If it's broken and where the coils are, then you're in trouble. You're going to need another one. But these are not that expensive. How much did you actually pay for the bolt?
$10.
$10
for two.
$10 for two. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You change it once a year, maybe once every 2 years. That's not bad. All right, let's put it back together. Simply put it inside here like this. And once you put it inside, you need to turn it a little bit so it don't come out. It's nice and snug. Everything looks good. All right. And you put it, look at these little grooves. See the little grooves here? All right. Once you put it inside, you have to turn it. So you put it inside. It's so much easier when you take it out. When you do it this way, than the other way. Okay. Try to find the grooves so that it don't come out on you. That's probably what one part of your problem was before, was that it came out and didn't stay in, possibly. All right, see? And then turn it. You hear that sound? Boom. Once you hear that, you're good to go. All right? All right, and then it's just a matter of putting it all back together again. I'll be right back. Before you actually put this back in there, let's test it. Hook this up. Hook this piece up before you put it back in there. All right, this piece goes right here. All right, and let's make sure it works. All right, this piece is in there. All right, there now. I was listening for that little snap sound. All right, good. Let's make sure that this is working. Okay, I already hooked it back up. As you can see, it's already put back in there. Let's make sure it's working. Go ahead, turn it on for me, please. And the blinker. Good, good. Let's compare it to the other one. The other blinker, please. Okay, and there you have it. Left again, this side again. All right, great, great. Now we can put everything back together. All right, before we put this back in there, I'm gonna show you guys. This here, all right, and this here have to match here with these grooves right here. What? This goes here, kind of like slides in there, all right? Just want to mention that, and we're gonna put it all back together now. Thank you. Okay, you got it back in there. I'm looking around here to make sure I have not damaged this person's car. All right, I don't want them coming after me. That's what I'm saying. So now that this is back in here, I'm simply going to put these screws right here back in there, okay? Which, might as well just do one for you real fast. Start with the middle part. Try to get that in there. Be careful, because these things break. If you're not careful, these things can break. I mean, they're cheap to replace, but who wants to pay if you don't have to? All right? All right, just like that. All right? Take your flathead or your whatever you got, screw it back in there. Now, I'm not going to hold you guys up with this part, but same thing has to be done here, has to be done here. Uh-oh, don't do that. Don't do that, all right? And then that piece pops right back in there. All right, I'm going to put the two 10mm back in here and the 12 back over here. So let me just slow down a bit. And what does do with that? Take this goes back in here. All right, very simple. All right, that was the 10. So that's one of the 10s. Make sure it's nice and tight. Put the other 10 here, put the 12 here, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. Thank you. All right, so thank you guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe, number one. That's how I'm able to continue to do and bring you all the content that I bring you, okay? As you can see, everything's put back together. All the screws are put back in, okay? You want to make sure that this is connected, that this wire gets connected here. Once this wire is connected, you're good to go, and you have your signal, your passenger signal, working again. It's a very simple fix. No reason to have to be out here paying a mechanic to do it. All right? Thank you guys, and please make sure you subscribe.